It's time for the MCTS experience with Mr. Orff and Mr. Nash. Discover your passion and unlock your future.
Welcome, one and all, to the MCTS experience. Another exciting episode is underway. My name is Mr. Orff, and with me, as always, my partner in crime, Mr. David Nash. How are you, sir?
Killing it, ready to go. I'm excited.
Yes, we're lucky to squeeze this in under the wire. We've been so busy between spring break and work-based learning opportunities and getting an electric vehicle. Oh my God. Shout out to our administrators, Heather Pyle, who wrote that grant. Great job. Yes. Electric vehicle.
Cutting edge.
Our superintendent took it for a ride the other day. It was very exciting. He drove it around campus.
As they say, there's a saying out nowadays, let's go.
Let's go. And let's go with this episode. Let's get it going. But first, before we do, who do we got to say hi to? Nick MacGyver Sikowski, the blood, sweat, and tears of the entire operation.
Listen,
did you forget about me, Nash?
No. How could I?
He is. He talks now. He likes to pop in now. He's like a fun voice on the side.
Listen, this man is on fire at all times, running the board. The technology keeps getting deeper and deeper here.
Yeah.
I mean, remember we were podunk sitting on a couch talking in a microphone?
We had a tin can with a string that we'd rub a candle on with wax.
I loved it. Well,
yeah.
How you feeling? How you feeling there?
Oh, I'm excited for this episode. That's for sure.
He's like,
we are too.
Real producer.
We are too, Mr. S.
Oh, yeah.
Keep up the great work, sir. We thank you. We thank you for all that you do. Now let's get going with the announcements. A couple quick announcements before we get underway. Actually, a lot of them.
Lot coming down the pipe.
Pro Start this month.
It has to do with our guest,
and our featured guest will talk more about Pro Start. Maybe we'll save that.
Yep.
You've got a big event coming up, May 24th. Let's hear.
The coup de grace. It's the special showtime where I personally love it because it's, to me, the start of the graduation season, and it's an opportunity in which parents are employers that embrace our students through the partnerships, and maybe it's their first year or their 27th. And everything in between, plus obviously the guys and gals that are working out in the trade, making it happen. They all come together and we all get it going.
And we get it's a nice meal.
Well, first of all, the food theme is different every time, every year. We've revamped the event. And then it eventually evolved into somehow me wearing a costume.
I've seen it.
Showcasing the theme.
I've seen it in action.
I've been the judge from Caddyshack. I have been a heavy metal concert goer. That was last year.
Yes.
Mullets and jean jackets.
If you don't mind, this year, run it by me. Let me have a look at it before you go out there.
The theme this year is Hawaiian luau barbecue.
Okay.
So you got
we're going to put an apple in your mouth. What's the costume?
I am going to be Greg Brady from the episode of Brady Bunch in which it showed the Hawaiian episode when they go. He learns to surf.
Okay.
He has the bad luck tiki on his. Remember, he had the necklace. I'm going to be Greg Brady in Hawaiian garb, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
So I'm letting it out on this podcast.
This is very nice.
Ready to go. So if you want to see the show in which I share amazing stories from our amazing students that do so well out on the career-based learning sites, that's what the first part is. It's from 6 till 7:30.
Okay.
The food is flowing like a river all night. I challenge any student that thinks they can come and deplete the food sources. Can't be done.
It's undepletable. It's a bottomless well of delicious food, made, of course, by our culinary students.
So my department hires the culinary team to put all together, and we go to the theme. I've seen the menu.
Yeah.
We'll leak the menu. Maybe I'll leak it, but I've seen the items on there.
All right.
A smoked pig, mahi. Incredible. It's going to be a fun night. And look, I'm on. Everyone else is off. Normally, when I do my site visits, I'm working, but they're neck deep in the operation.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. So it's a fun night. It's a great night.
And it's a thank you for those employers and business partners too.
And the other neat part about it is it's a networking event. I've seen employers run into friends they went to high school with, people they have seen in the industry, but they haven't seen in 15, 20 years. It's a really good time.
Okay.
So 6 to 7:30. It's not laborious. It's not boring. I'm in a costume.
It's all fun. It's great. We got a lot.
Vincent Price.
We got a
You
lot
should dress up as Vincent Price and come out and be like, "Rah!" Remember, because he was the villain.
I do remember him. He was the villain. He was always the villain and always a little scary and weird.
He was also on the
Vincent
Thriller
Price.
album, but we're not going to get
Welcome.
into that.
I'm Vincent
Go.
Price.
All right, what else?
Okay,
What else?
the very next day is the General Advisory Meeting, May 25th, daytime. We give away a whole bunch of scholarships to
it's so
students.
fun, man.
Parents come to that event as well, and business partners.
That event was revamped over the years.
That got good. That got sweet. I'm going to keep going because we got a lot of these coming up.
Tear it up.
Adult Evening School graduation, May 25th, 6 p.m. at the SIPEC Center.
Okay, so General Advisory and Adult Evening Graduation.
Yeah, a lot of events coming up.
Back to back.
We're doing it all. There's a blood drive here May 16th.
Organized by
Dana Tanzini, our new counselor, and Dylan McKinney, the auto collision teacher.
Tanzini, otherwise known as the Tasmanian Devil.
If you will.
It's a lot done.
Graduation 7th.
Adult Evening School, May 17th, 6 p.m. No, General Advisory is May 25th.
No, but you said adult evening. You flipped it up and you said it's 25th.
We may have to go to the videotape on this, folks. I'm pretty confident I got it right. But if I didn't, I'm a big enough man to apologize
So
to
when
Nick
is it?
McGyver-Skowski
So when
and
is
say that I
adult
got
graduation?
it wrong. Tune in to the end of the episode. We'll tell you if we got it right or not. Adult Evening School graduation, May 17th, and General Advisory, May 25th. I may be repeating myself because I'm
excited to see. I'm excited to see myself.
Time.
Keep going.
NJSLS testing coming up next month as well. That same week, actually, the week of May 8th to the 12th.
That's fitting. Get a little testing done. Appreciate the staff.
Yeah, get it done. And later on in this episode, May 31st at 5:30 here at SIPEC is National Honor Society. May 23rd at 5:30 at Assenpink National Honor Society.
2 campuses, 2 ceremonies.
One school, one heart.
One family.
One family.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
And a big, cool new segment called the Counselor's Corner that we introduced last month. Ms. Tanizini will be here to
Tasmanian Devil,
as you call it. I would check in about that. She may not like that idea too much.
Maybe I'll pop up during her segment and say, "Listen, are you okay with this nickname?" Because the nicknames they come right out of the birth.
Yeah, it's nice to ask, right? Yours is easy. You're just Nash, right?
That's Elvis, Madonna.
They call you that?
Nash.
Madonna? Oh, one word.
Name.
Cher.
Prince. Nash.
Shakira. Yeah.
These hips don't lie, Orf.
We're heading up to Assenpink for some on the scene footage. We're going to talk with a couple of our great instructors and their kids up there. But let's get going with this episode. We'll be right back after this.
We don't stop learning after the bell rings. Guess what? It's time for Teacher Tips.
Welcome back, everybody. We are live on the scene at the Assenpink Center with all-star HVAC instructor Trevor Geis.
Legend, ladies and gentlemen.
Your teacher tip today, rapid-fire questions coming from Nash and Orf with Mr. Geis. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing well. How about you?
Super fantastic.
We're ready to play.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it.
Stretch or anything?
Yeah.
Listen, you're in the hot seat, guys.
Okay.
You got 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Rapid fire questions we're going to hit you with.
Okay. All
right.
Now, these are pertinent to homeowner, parent. People have questions about HVAC.
Sure.
And you're an insider.
This
You
is
did it.
real,
It's as
relevant
real.
information,
We
folks.
captured him. We set a trap out one day. The trap sprung. He's a real HVAC professional, journeyman, super skilled at what he does. Are you ready for your first question? You have 15 seconds.
I'm ready. Let's
Take it
do
away, Nash. On your mark, get set, go.
Is it beneficial that a homeowner develops a relationship in which you consistently use the same HVAC provider? Yes or no?
Absolutely. When you use the same company, they start to learn your system, understand what's going on, and they don't have to learn every time that they go out.
Perfect.
He made the 15 seconds.
Next question.
I did.
Is it best to keep a thermostat at a constant temperature or to move it up and down, Mr. Geis?
Constant temperature or within a range of very low amount of degrees, like 4, because otherwise your system has to make up all that extra time every time you get home or get up or whatever it's changing to. So
I hope my wife and kids are hearing that.
I'm just going to say, because my teenage kids love to blast that thing, and the meter spins like it's going to fall off the side of the house.
my wife as well.
Next question, Nash, go.
Yes.
Okay. If I am so inclined as a homeowner and I'm at Home Depot buying filters or at Costco,
Yeah.
if you have a preferential filter that you purchase, go.
100%. The pleated is better for air quality. You definitely want that. But if you have low airflow in your house, you want to get the what we call rock stopper filters that have the horsehair.
Like the fiber
it allows more airflow.
Rock stopper
So,
filter
yeah.
or for my
Next question. Are the Nest, those internet-controlled thermostats,
Oh, they're great.
Are they good?
Oh, he's on the back. He's on the back already.
They're wonderful. They're really good. They start to learn the programming. The only thing you want to watch out for is if you have pets, because sometimes it'll learn the pets track through your house, which I've had before. But it does typically work even with them. It just requires, if it's a giant home, then sometimes it'll learn the pets walking through the other rooms.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's amazing. It's a really amazing system. The newer ones sometimes have geofencing even where it'll turn on and off as you get close to the house.
Mr. S, make a note of that. Nest, new possible sponsor.
Oh, yeah, they're
I
great.
love it. Okay, you ready? Final question. Here we go.
Yep.
So I open up my Money Mailer coupons. I see the AC tune-up, $99.95, and it includes, and I got this right off the coupon, filter change, pressure check, startup, confirmation of proper operation. Is that worth $100?
Oh yeah, definitely. The more maintenance you do on AC systems and heat systems, the better. It's like your car. If you didn't get your oil changed in your car, what's going to happen? It's going to eventually start causing problems in the whole system.
So the system's 5, 7, 10, 15 years old. It's worth to have somebody come start it up and watch out what's going on.
Every year, from the day you get it to the day you have it not work any longer, let's say. But with proper maintenance through the entire time, you probably won't have the issues.
Do you increase the life of the system? No. And again, you're
100%.
unbiased. You don't own your own business.
Yep.
You're not plugging the industry. Do you increase the life of the system?
100%.
There you go.
100%.
Valuable teacher tips from All-Star HVAC instructor Trevor Geist. Ladies and gentlemen, every kid
You're gonna make me
in
blush.
the senior class, every kid in year 2 passed their universal cert. Is that right?
Everyone, 14 out of 14, universally certified. And we have 9 and 1 more going out. 9 out to work and 10th going out.
Oh, and we're gonna. It's incredible.
It's a new record.
Paid internships. Kids loving it. When I come in the morning, the kids are thriving, learning theory. They really do love it, guys. It's a great program.
Oh, yeah.
Waitlist a mile long for next year.
Really?
So,
For real? Are you playing around?
Don't bother applying. But if you're a freshman this year, apply first thing when you're a sophomore. First
Love it.
thing.
Absolutely.
That's going to fill up.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Thanks for your teacher tips, Mr. Geist, and keep up the great work.
Anytime. Thank you.
And now it's time for Student of the Week.
We want to welcome our Student of the Week, Plowman Vasiv from Heightstown High School. Yes? Welcome, Plowman.
Thank you.
Glad to have you with us. Mr. Nash and I look like short people standing next to you.
Listen,
but,
he's good,
that's
strong boy.
He's a good,
Bulgarian, very
boy.
strong, very
Now,
strong.
You have an amazing history, both with your family,
MCTS.
which we'll talk about in a second, but MCTS. Tell me how you found us. Who's your counselor back at Heightstown?
My counselor back at Heightstown is Miss Chelsea Daly, and I found out about you. I think I just got an email one day and I decided, might as well just try it.
Just come
Nice.
check it out.
I love it.
Did you know anything about HVAC?
No, I didn't even know what it was.
Yes,
That's fantastic.
You just saw the email, didn't know anything about it. Let me check this out, and all of a sudden, what do you think?
I'm glad I chose it.
Very nice. Shout out, by the way, to Chelsea Daly, our outstanding liaison counselor from Heightstown. So now we heard a little interest. Oh, you're going to work. Tell us where you're going to work.
Yeah, but you're working in an internship. Where are you working?
So I work at Nasdaq Mechanical over in Belmead.
Nasdaq Mechanical,
Okay.
which is right on 206.
Yep.
I come do a lot of site visits. He's in commercial. He's in residential. He was up on 750 College Road last week doing a real deal diagnosis with a journeyman. It's just it's something that will be reserved to a junior year in college, sophomore year in college.
Matter of fact, the only reason we're lucky enough to have Plowman with us today is because it's Monday, and that's when all the Ass and Pink CIE or work-based learning students return.
Absolutely.
Right?
They come back to the nest.
Okay. Who's your boss over there at Nasdaq?
Roger.
You learned a
Roger.
lot?
Yeah.
Tell me a cool thing that you learned this past week.
This past week, we're just up on a roof, taking down a huge compressor went bad. Just getting diagnostic, and swapping it out.
Was that on College Road where I saw you?
No, that was on Princeton.
Okay, it's awesome.
All right.
And inside the buildings, there's roof access. It's all safe. It's all good.
Yes,
But maybe
yes.
parents sitting there like, I don't want my kid going up on a roof. It's trust me, it's all walled off. It's 100%. I verify that, OSHA inspector.
Thank you, OSHA.
Thank you.
And you're making money. Yes, you're earning the credits from this class. You're making good grades, obviously. What are your plans after graduation?
Keep working.
Continue on with NASDAQ?
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's career-based employment, Mr. Nash.
Career-based employment with upward mobility. That's one of the 4 components that we teach. And I would imagine you would probably going to be going to trade school at night or something further on as you delve deeper down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, get as many certificates as I can.
There you go.
Just keep growing.
There it
Kid's
is.
got a plan. Last but not least,
Hit him hard.
we
Hit him hard.
have to ask about your father. Your father is apparently a
Pretty big
famous
deal.
person
Pretty
in
big
Bulgaria.
deal.
Tell us about that.
Yeah. Well, back when we were in Bulgaria, I used to be the chef on basically the Bulgarian version of USA Today.
And so when you guys go to Bulgaria to visit, does your father get flooded in the airport? People want his autograph?
It's been a while since we were back there, but when we used to go, they used to do specials, have him back on, and I was on it. Interview us.
You on that YouTube? Can we get that on that
No,
YouTube?
unfortunately, not on YouTube. No.
I love it. Hey, multi-diversified, amazing student, doing
Very-
big things.
very exciting.
Comes from a,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
strong pedigree.
Yes.
A strong pedigree.
A famous royal chef. That's incredible. Yeah.
I mean, it's all MCTS. We're doing real things here, and we're having fun doing it, and you love it. Anything you want to say?
No, just really happy how everything's going.
Awesome. Very cool.
We're very lucky to have you with us, Plowman. Plowman Vasev, ladies and gentlemen, your student of the week.
People that come to Mercer County Technical Schools ignite their passion and ignite their career. They take their ability and their passion and their gifts and they unlock them. You're rolling up your sleeves. You're digging into that software. You're repairing that car.
You can be on a computer designing your own designs or making your own houses.
You get to come, you get to engage and have fun, and you're hands-on. You're learning something you want to do when you grow up or could help you out in life.
See you at the tech school. Good afternoon, SciPac, and welcome back to another installment of Counselor's Corner with your school counselor, Mrs. Tanzini. Today, we are lucky enough to have 3 guests with us. It is Take Your Child to Work Day today. So with me, I have my son, Trey.
Hi.
And my daughter, Leah.
Hi.
Hi. And we also have Mr. McKinney with us today here. He is from Auto Collision.
Hello, everybody. Happy to be here.
And we're here today to talk to you all about our upcoming blood drive. We have teamed up with the American Red Cross. You can hold that up there if you want. And we're going to have a blood drive here May 16th from 8 to 1. And we are looking for students 16 and older and staff to join our blood drive and help save some lives.
Yeah. So in our country, so they say every 2 seconds, blood donations are needed. So it's a great thing that we're looking to bring in and hopefully make a tradition in the future at SciPec, and maybe we can even get it to spread out to Asapink and do a couple blood drives and do our part in helping the local community with something as simple as donating a pint of blood. You know, like you said, every 2 seconds, or I think I actually said that, every 2 seconds, somebody needs blood, and 1 pint of blood is actually possible to save 3 lives. But the reason I found it important to try to promote it as a auto collision type thing is in traumatic situations, it could potentially take up to 50 donations to save 1 life. So between our whole campus, we're hoping to get somewhere between 50 and 70 donations. And so we have the potential to do great things with just 1 blood drive. And hopefully in the future, we can make this a tradition and continue to do our part.
Yeah, we would absolutely like to do this again next year, twice a year, preferably.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the more donors we get, the more chance we have to receive scholarship money in order to give to the students for future education, books, things like that. So the more donors we get, the more money you could potentially get in a scholarship.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think the Red Cross is going to potentially donate $250 this year, as long as we get, I believe it was 50 to 70 donations. So as long as we can get that, we'll get a $250 donation for 1 student, and we're going to potentially raffle that off. And so anybody who donates is eligible to receive, any students, of course. The staff, unfortunately, is excused from that raffle.
Darn.
But any students who donate are going to be eligible for a $250 donation. And there's also snacks. So we know how much you guys love snacks. So you guys get an hour out of class, which I think is pretty great. You get to do your part. You get to hang out with your friends for a short period of time and do something that could potentially have a great meaning behind it.
And possibly save a life while you're doing this. So how do they go about signing up?
So my class has been going around promoting our blood drive, and hopefully they have stopped through all of your classes and spread the word. If they have not, they will definitely see you guys sometime soon. If not, otherwise, there are flyers all around campus, and you guys can scan the QR code on our flyers and schedule yourself an appointment. But the most important thing is that we need every student, regardless of if you're 18 or older, to fill out a parental consent form. So your parents have to be aware that you're donating. And we also, of course, have to be aware of who's donating. There are, of course, extenuating circumstances where some people may not be eligible, but we would love it if everybody could follow that and get their parental form filled out, schedule yourself through the QR code, and of course, let myself and Miss Tanzini or our nurse know that you're interested in donating, and we'll make sure that we get everybody a slot.
Absolutely. And one thing that you should definitely remember before you give blood, the night before, have a good night's sleep. When you wake up in the morning, have a very healthy breakfast, nothing fatty or gross or greasy, because you want to be in top shape, ready to donate for the day.
Yes.
And just take it easy afterwards. You know, nothing crazy strenuous. You just lost a whole pint of blood, so you're going to want to relax afterwards.
Yeah. Every person has between 8 to 10 pints of blood, so you do donate one full pint. Now, of course, that is meaningful to you as a person, but it could save somebody's life. And of course, in about 24 hours, you do regenerate that pint of blood. So it's not like you're losing it.
You'll get it
does come
back.
Yeah.
It will return.
Right.
How do you think about donating blood? How do you feel about it?
I would do it, but I am way too young for this.
Okay, so when you're old enough.
Yes.
Good answer.
Yes, very good.
Leah, how do you feel about it?
It's a little scary.
I don't want to take blood out of me.
You don't want to take blood out of you? But you regrow it. You're like a starfish. When you lose an arm, the starfish regrows.
Yeah, overnight.
I actually found my passion for donating blood when I was a student in high school as a senior. I went to Nottingham, and our high school had a blood drive in the gym, and as far as I know, they still do.
Mm-hmm.
And I found a passion for donating blood when I was about you guys' age, and have done it pretty regularly ever since.
Mm-hmm.
I actually know that I am O negative blood type, which an interesting fact is that I am the universal donor. So
you have a rock star here. A blood rock star.
So the Red Cross has my number on speed dial.
Call up Dylan again. Let's go.
Nice.
They're very good about reaching out to me regularly and hoping that I donate, because not only am I a universal donor, but they need O negative blood type for pediatric situations and things like that, and traumatic situations. They actually stock O negative in ambulances and things like that, because if, God forbid, they bring in a patient who is unconscious and is in need of blood, of course, they can't get you to confirm your blood type.
Right.
So they need to just be able to do what they can to save your life in an instance, and then get you to the hospital and get you the care you need. So hopefully none of us ever have to face that.
Right.
But it is a possibility. Everybody's going to be getting their license soon.
Yeah.
So you guys got to drive safe and take care of each other.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So we will be looking for you on May 16th from 8 to 1 in our MCTS atrium and conference center. And we hope to see you there. Don't forget your permission slips. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having us.
You're welcome.
Hey, you, come here. Check it out. They're in our school. They're in our community. They're around the corner. Welcome, our featured guest.
Welcome back, everybody. We are very excited and pleased to have not a student of the week. Maybe if we went back in the time machine a couple of years, student of the week, but now featured guest, Mr. Nash.
It's amazing. I love it.
Warm welcome to former student, made not just made good, made great, Zadia Green. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited.
We're excited to have you here.
It's so cool when we get a live alumni that's 1 or 2 years out, and they're already demonstrating what we knew who we are as a family, and we're excited to hear what you're going to bring to the table to our audience.
Absolutely. So Zadia, if you don't mind me telling a little bit of your bio, and then I promise we'll let you talk. You were the second class of the Culinary Arts Academy.
Yes, a full-time program.
So you started with us in 2017.
Yes.
Graduated in 21.
Mm-hmm.
What have you been up to since?
Right now, after I graduated, I was still working for Mrs. G's, which is what I had gotten while I was still in school. And then about a year or so after, I started working for New Jersey ProStart for the NJRHA.
Okay, and that's what we're going to talk mostly about, but I do have to give a nice shout out to Debbie Schaefer and Mrs. G's beloved business partner.
Jim Duffy, legend, man behind the scenes.
Yes.
You know Jim well.
Yeah.
Everybody, Mrs. G's is what I always call a marquee Mercer County business partner. And it's just a thing where you live in Mercer County, you know Mrs. G's. It's the appliances. It's amazing. So, and you did all customer service. You were on CIE, our work-based learning component.
Yeah.
And you really did integrate with their staff and with the clients coming in and troubleshooting and listening and understanding how to best fit the client to the best area.
Her experience, I'm assuming your experience in a kitchen really, really helps you talk about appliances and things of that nature, what you might need.
Yes, of course, definitely.
All right. And now, so you've come full circle after competing in ProStart as a high school student. You work for them now.
Yes.
What do you do? Tell us.
Yeah, like
we'll stop talking now. Tell us about this
teach the
job.
audience what ProStart is, and then what do you do?
Yeah,
genuinely, because I know what a little bit, but not. We want our audience to really know.
So ProStart is basically a 2-year curriculum or program where they teach restaurant management as well as culinary arts for high school students.
Okay.
So it's a national association, but they each have different states. So I'm the New Jersey ProStart coordinator. So now what I'm basically doing is running different events for the program to be able to put money back into the program, as well as go to different schools, visit different students and everything like that.
Market the program, educate culinary. So if a district has a new culinary program, they would invite you in to share what ProStart is and how it can benefit
Exactly.
them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, some of our students placed first place. The management team, the team that's competing in the management competition, won the state competition.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to nationals.
Correct.
Were you part of who judged them to win?
I'm not one of the judges. I'm part of the people who choose the judges, but
Okay.
I'm not. I do different judging competitions for like any mini events that we have within ProStart.
All right. And I hope we're not breaking any rules here or going to get you or them in trouble, but did you gave them some advice and stuff like that? Were you able to coach them up a little bit?
So we're not technically allowed to coach, but I am allowed to kind of give them a little bit of advice on how the competition works.
The day of jitters to help eliminate. And that's permissible with anybody who's competed. Like districts can bring, and I know this from having you compete in other years, districts will have former students come in and talk to them about what the event was like, how the nationals were, similar to what we do with Skills USA. So
okay.
You're in the lines, you're coloring within the lines, as we like to say.
Yeah.
So it's beautiful.
And you're getting to travel. Are you going to nationals? Are you going to DC?
Yes, I'm actually going to DC May 1st. Yeah.
All right.
And you're 2 years out of high school.
Yes.
So within the four walls of MCTS, and I know you know this, but we love our audience to know this. You know, we do talk about post-secondary, like what people do after high school, post-secondary, but what we always weave into our tapestry, and you know that I talked about this when I came into your class, is we talk about career-based employment with upward mobility. We talk about trade school. We talk about the military. And I always say 2 and 4 year college last, not because we disparage 2 or 4 year college. We don't say that. We're just saying there's other options out there. And case in point, career-based employment with upward mobility. It's right here. It's real.
It's all about lots of different pathways, lots of different options. The better you do, the more options you have. Zadia, I don't want to embarrass you, but you were a very good student, if I recall. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're not the coordinator of a state.
They don't just pluck any mow off the street and say, okay.
Yeah. Oh, good. You're
the state rep
here,
now.
Run ProStart for state of New Jersey in terms of a marketing and a student outreach and a school outreach. It just doesn't happen. That's such a great indicator of who you are and what you are professionally and what your character is. That's so amazing.
Thank you.
And you're a beacon for a young guy, young girl who's sitting there going, hey, I'm interested in this. And that's really what a CTE school's all about. And that's what we are at MCTS.
Let's go in the Wayback Machine just for a second. So you competed in ProStart as a high school student. Tell me about that experience. How'd you guys do? Who else was on your team? Let's hear about all that.
It was definitely a love-hate relationship.
Very nice. We love the honesty. We get all the real life stuff out here on the show.
Absolutely.
I would definitely say the ProStart competition itself is like one of the most stressful parts of like my high school experience, but it was also the most rewarding because it's like when you're able to fully display what it is you've been learning within your school and being able to represent your school. I think it's something special because then you're able to display that to not just other schools, but people who are CEOs and people who are chefs that are judging your competition. You're getting in front of these types of people. So being able to, be able
broadcast,
to expose yourself.
You're broadcasting what MCTS and the Culinary Academy and what you learned and what the chefs teach, but ultimately what you demonstrate as a person in the program representing the brand. It's so powerful. So powerful.
Good for you. Any long-term goals? Or are you just enjoying what you're doing and living in the moment?
My long-term goal, personally, I want to be a full-time entrepreneur. So I want to eventually have a whole bunch of businesses where I'm able to kind of just work for myself and, be able to kind of live life on my own terms, that type of thing.
That sounds pretty fantastic.
And again, I'm the career counselor. If you're setting that up, you're doing it right now because what you're learning in this career-based employment is that of a business class or an MBA school, or you can't duplicate what she's learning.
That's going to serve you in a lot of different areas of life and career. So
beautiful.
This is great to see you again. Thank you so much for coming back and talking with us, and keep us posted on how our kids do in ProStart, and keep us posted about you. We want you to come back again and tell us more.
I'm always glad to come back. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks to our featured guest, Zadea Green. Ladies and gentlemen, we did say that we were going to go to the videotape, as it were, and our producer, Nick MacGyver-Sikowski, was able to provide a slow motion instant replay of me announcing the adult evening school graduation. Let's go to the videotape. May 25th. Okay, so it looks like I did get that wrong, Mr. Nash.
Hey, so it happens, bub. It happens. What are you gonna do?
You know what I'm gonna do?
That's the realness of this show.
That's how you know that this show is real. But I also I wanna be the big man here. It takes a big man to admit when he was wrong. So I'd like to issue a formal apology.
I totally accept. You don't have to apologize to me. Maybe our viewership. Maybe what you already did.
Our viewership, no, they deserve a formal apology.
They know it.
I, Michael J. Orff, director at Mercer County Technical Schools, would like to issue a formal apology to all of our viewing and listening audience for the error.
The Adult Evening School, Ryan Hamer.
To Ryan Hamer and all of the staff and students at the Adult Evening School. And most of all, to Nick MacGyver-Sikowski for doubting you. I'm really sorry. I mean that. Yes.
I love it.
And just so we are all on the same page, the general advisory meeting is May 25th. The
CIE banquet
is May 24th.
Correct.
And the adult evening school graduation is May 17th.
There it is.
All right.
Well, I tell you what, this was a heck of a show. Yes.
We've come to the end of another exciting episode of the MCTS Experience.
You know, people would think that's staged, but I can tell you right now, look into my eyes, that was all real, genuine.
Yep.
And that's seriously, we're at a point where we really do enjoy. I love doing this. I love connecting with people.
We got the best jobs in the world, Nash.
I thank God every day.
Yeah. We don't do this every day.
No.
Folks. This is not the sum total of our job.
Well, we get to talk about what goes on in our CTE family and school.
Yeah.
You know, like we said before, 2 campuses, but 1 family. And that's really the truth.
Absolutely the truth. And it's part of the reason that magic happens here. We've got a great team and
we can laugh about when we make mistakes. I don't know about you. We've worked in places before. I've worked with people that can't say they're wrong. And good Lord, everybody's like, hey, you made a whatever.
When you make as many mistakes as Mr. Orff does, you get pretty used to apologize.
Hey, listen, you know what? And that's the real life lessons that who we are. And, you know, we see guys and girls get out there, make it happen in the industry.
Yep.
Go for it. It's showtime. And and living life and using those career gifts is what we're here to do, and it's part of it.
Takes us right to the end. All right. Who do we got to thank? We got to thank Trevor Geis for our teacher tip. Outstanding HVAC instructor. We got to thank.
Getting hot out there.
You got to have your HVAC.
Got to get it dialed in.
We want to thank Zadia Green, superstar, home run. Comes back home to tell us about what's going on with her. And we love it. We love it.
It's really exciting. When I closed my eyes there, I just remembered who she was when she was a freshman, coming up through the ranks and really doing phenomenally well.
Yeah. Was a great kid, is a great adult.
Amazing.
Outstanding. And we are closed May 29th. Don't forget about that. Last thank you to Dana Tanzini. That's May 29th, Mr. S. I got that one written down. I know I got it right.
Yeah, you got a thumbs up out of him.
Thanks to Dana Tanzini for that great new segment of the MCTS Experience. And, of course, Dylan McKinney for working on the blood drive with her.
And a shout out to Dylan McKinney for creating our mascot on a hood. Meeting.
Yes.
Awesome.
Super. It's all very exciting. That hood is going to go on the new electric car for the
Our
district.
video game team is killing it.
Our video game team is. I'm hearing talk of state
the
finals.
girls team is one win away from the state finals.
One win. Keep up the great work.
We'll give you an update.
Yeah.
We'll give you an update.
We will. I think that wraps it up. Until that time, I want to remind all of you to like this podcast, rate it, review it, share it with a friend, listen on Google Play, Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook again. Do it twice.
Double the likes.
Get out there. We want to increase that social media presence.
Or how's enrollment?
Enrollment is out the door.
Do you have a stockade fence?
The doors are closed.
Ladies and gentlemen.
No, I'm just kidding. Still apply because you can get on a wait list. Some programs have a very short wait list.
No, but
we are packed to the gills. So it's going to be a big year. I hope you're ready. We got a lot of work to do.
I sharpen my pencils every day.
Very nice. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Tune in next time. Until then, this is Mr. Orff on behalf of myself, my partner in crime, Mr. David Nash, and the legendary Nick MacGyver-Sikowski, reminding you to discover your passion
and unlock your future.